He's been flirting with danger, being full and wide. Darren Powell, good work. I think it's a very good work. Dwayne Bravo. Umpires may want to have another look.
Yes, it was a long chase for him down to that extra cover boundary. The rain here in Port of Spain. He did well. Good slide, good push back on time before touching the boundary rope with his knees. Out of his reach when the ball went past him. Good chase from Bravo. 3 runs for the Sri Lankans.
Oh, just eluded Sammy. Probably in this form of the game at this stage to Taranga, probably a good length.
Yes, that really gave him no room. He wanted to glide it past the second slip. He had committed himself. He tried to take his hands away at the last minute. Tried to get the bat away, but still just got an edge, and the tall Sammy throwing himself to his left. Very short. No, the third man had a long way to go. They just got the 1 run for it.
He's been coming out here for a number of years now. Ever-present force. She has a little jogs and walks around the Queen's Park Savannah on off days. It's a fantastic shot. Everyone should have been keeping their eye on it except Lynn. And she received medical attention straight away, and this morning she was presented with a little memento, a token from Dwayne Bravo. A cap. It might have been a helmet, I think. Or it should have been a helmet. Oh, that's gone. After starting off with 2 very good deliveries, he's drifted down the leg side for Fidel Edwards. It won't register in his analysis. It's leg buys. But it's 4 runs to Sri Lanka.
Taranga's intention was to deflect it fine. He's getting up on his toes. In the end, it was the thigh pad that took the ball to the boundary. But they'll all count.
Just through where a second slip would have been. There was an edge through there. Sammy threw himself at it, and over a 2 ago. Now vacant. 50 is up. 50 for 1 off 14. In the air, safe. A bit of a gap between square leg and mid-on. Would have been a lob to catch to mid-wicket, but there is no such fielder.
Taranga smiling. Hasn't been easy for him. His delivery from Fidel Edwards, aimed at the thigh pad. Just getting enough bat in it. Taranga, very little control, but a single the result.
Nice shot, flicked it away, just gets a single for it. Almost identical delivery to the one which Taranga just shoveled into the mid-wicket area. Sangakkara getting behind it and pivoting.
Sangakkara conscious of the fact that he missed out on the previous game. And he just gives me impression this morning that he's clued in to getting a start.
Third man's out there. So just another single.
He's been very solid, Sangakkara. lost the previous over, coming down, having a word with Taranga, who'd had a wild swing at a delivery from Darren Powell. And to me, Sangakkara looks very intent on making sure he gets himself in.
He got a half century in the first innings in the first test, exactly 50, but since then he's failed, certainly by his standards, by any standards. 21 in the second innings of the first test, and then 10 and 14 in the second test. Just 23 in the first one-day international here. So really, for a batsman of his quality, he's having a disappointing tour of the West Indies. Got 2 matches to make up for it. Easily pushed through mid-wicket for a single.
Was one of Jerome Taylor's victims in the first one-day international. He was deceived by a delivery that Jerome Taylor delivered from way behind the front crease. Ended up popping a catch square of the wicket to Darren Bravo at backward point.
Just short. Diving forward.
Well, he timed it well. I think he pulled out of the shot at the last minute, and just failing to carry to Chattagoon at backward point. Philip Edwards thinking it might just have squeezed on the full. But that brings us to the end of the 15th over, and the score now 54 for 1.
Oh, inside edge, big drive, could well have gone back into the stumps. Instead goes over the ropes for 4. Beauty, almost cut him in half.
A little bit of encouragement with the conditions here at the Queen's Park Oval, overcast. Bravo getting this one to come back in sharply to the left-handed Taranga. Beaten. Bravo, as he tends to do, hands almost getting on top of his head.
There's Powell now. Over the top. And will go all the way. Loose delivery from Powell, one of the few we've seen from him. Short and wide, and Taranga going after it and gets a boundary.
Well, it would have been room that was welcomed by Taranga. The bowlers of the previous overs have been keeping it quite close to him, but on this occasion had a chance to use his arms and did it well. Wide of the man at third man. Takes him on to 29.
In the conditions, the West Indies bowling looks more suited, with Powell coming in for the left arm spin-up Ben. So 3 genuine quick bowlers, and then Bravo and Sammy. Surprising that Chris Gale didn't bowl in the first one there. Just the 1 over I think he had. And he's got a good record, Chris Gale, and with Ben out of the side and Marlon Samuels debarred from bowling, I think that if the occasion arises, that Gale will be the one who would provide the bit of spin. Nice piece of work down there by Darren Powell, so that will endear him more to the crowd now. Yeah. Having a bit of byplay with them. Nice bit of work.
Again, the Sri Lankan batsman operating on room.
Wide of him, just managing to get hand on it for Del Edwards.
He made good ground, Edwards. We get both hands to it. It's always going away from him, yeah. It's almost hit him on the wrist. He almost made too much ground, it looks like. It's hit the toe of the bat, and that's why it didn't travel as far as the batsman intended. Went too far ahead of it and it hit him on the wrist. Didn't get into the palm of the hand, apparently.
That was pretty high. Right down for that square leg. Would have been the man to signal to Simon Toffel if he thought it was too high to be called a wide. No wide call, just a matter of him signalling that's one above the shoulder for the batsman. Well, that was pretty high. Wow. That's a good shot. That is class.
The classy thing about it is the timing. Such an important part of batting. Instead of trying to motor the ball, trying to punch it too powerfully, you miss out on that timing aspect. Placement as well, I suppose, is key. Easier when you time it as well as Taranga did.
A bit deep there, Jerome Taylor at mid-off. Immediately held his hand up, saying, okay, I might have been a little bit asleep here at mid-off. Would have been in by some distance, even if he had hit. Well bowled.
You would think that these conditions would be suitable to someone like Sammy because the ball is jogging about, moisture in the atmosphere, overhead conditions. Quite pleasing, and that's why he bowled well on Thursday, but would have been disappointed not to get a wicket or two in those middle overs in these conditions where it's seeming about a touch.
Just a single. Chattergoon is very quick. 7-7 for one. Third man should get involved here. Takes it. Good catch. Very good athlete, Jerome Taylor.
Oh, Taranga kicking himself. He is kicking himself. He yields up a lot of deliveries and just started to find some rhythm. Good catch from Taylor because he was coming in. He saw the top edge travelling. And then he had to move to his left and almost to go backwards as well, just there. Fantastic timing with the leap and the safe hands. Here, Bravo rejoices. He had a catch drop in his last over. Oh, he likes a wicket. It's the end of Taranga. 40 to him off 82 balls, 78 for 2.
For Charlie Awera Ratney coming into bat now at number 4. Fall of that second wicket. Jerome Taylor made that look easy. It wasn't as easy as he made it look, but he's a good athlete, Jerome Taylor. Very safe hands.